Hi.
Hey.
How are you guys doing?
Good.
Are you going to say everything in unison? Because you just said
that was
hi
kinda scary.
and good
We do that a
in
lot.
unison.
Actually.
That's like the weird in a kind of like
interlinked in a way, somehow. It's kind of weird.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the I'm Here For podcast. My name is Josh, and I'm your host. And if this podcast has meant anything at all to you, could you do me a huge solid? Give it a like, a follow, a subscribe. It helps us get the word out. These conversations have been so meaningful. Real people getting real transparent about what life looks like and what their journey is like. And I'm here for all of it. The good, the bad, whatever you're going through, I'm here for it. Our guests are here for it. And today is a first. As you can tell if you're watching on YouTube, the set is a little bit different. And it's a first because I have two people on the podcast, two guests, Lindsay Gibson, Abby Carr. Welcome to the I'm Here For It podcast. What's up?
Not much. Thanks for having us, though. We're really excited about this.
We're super excited to be here.
Yeah, it's good to have you guys here. Two young women who I know through church, just to be like, clear to everybody out there. I know a lot of people don't come to my church or come to our church, but I've gotten to know you guys through this kind of like little world that we have together, which has been really cool. Abby, I baptized you.
You did?
Yeah, that was an
ago.
awesome service. Was it a year ago?
It was a year ago.
Yeah, and Lindsay, I've known you for a while and your family for a long time.
Gibsons.
It's been good. And I'm excited to have you guys on here because you guys are doing some really cool stuff. For one, which I want to get to, but also like I want to hear your stories and how you get, it's not everybody's always talking about how like the younger generation, and I'm trying not to make myself sound really old during this podcast. Like I had Maddie on for an episode, so I don't know if you guys are the youngest to be on here because I think you're
She's
the same
younger than
age.
us, right?
Is she?
No, she's older than me.
So
she's between
that
us.
means that
she's right between us.
Lindsay, you're the youngest guest I've ever had on this podcast.
Wow, it's kind of crazy.
Makes me feel like an old fart, but yeah. So let's not try to age me too much.
Right.
We'll try.
But I'm really curious about like, here you two are, and you're stepping up in really big ways in your community. You're doing stuff without anybody inviting you. Just a little spoiler for later, right there. If you know, you know.
Foreshadowing.
Without anybody inviting you to like really do it, you just kind of like saw a need in the community, and just kind of jumped and said, "Yeah, that's us. We'll do it." And so that's cool. And I want to get into that maybe later in the podcast. But I thought we'd start with something fun. You guys ever see like the TikTok trends? Who's more likely to?
Yeah.
Oh, gosh.
We're gonna do Hughes.
Oh my god.
Is that cool?
Yeah.
that's
So,
fun.
and here's what I love about this. I love this because, one, you guys are way younger and cooler than me, but I have way more TikTok followers than you.
Wow.
Okay. All right.
So, what's your favorite, before we get into it, what's your favorite social media app? What's your go-to?
TikTok.
Instagram? Really?
Yeah.
TikTok?
Yeah.
Well, I'm like in between. It's like Instagram and TikTok.
Instagram
It's
and
like
TikTok?
In between. Yeah.
Fully TikTok.
I feel like Instagram is like going out to dinner with your aunt.
That's so real.
You know, like
so
it's gonna
real.
be nice, and picturesque.
Yeah. But
It's
everything's found on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah.
TikTok is going out to a bush party with your crazy uncle. Am I wrong?
No, you're
No,
right.
you're
Like
so on
you're
the
gonna
line.
see some stuff on TikTok that maybe you didn't want to see.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you shouldn't have seen.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It's gonna be a
100%.
wild ride,
Definitely.
and afterwards you're gonna be like, "What just happened?"
Yeah.
Sometimes I see something and I just close the app because I'm like,
Yeah.
there's no way
You're
that
just
I
done.
just saw
Laugh and
that.
cry,
Down. Yep.
and we are shocked.
Yep. Pretty much.
Yeah.
But that's like the difference. That's how I explain it to people. Where Instagram is just gonna be like polished and nice and
Yeah.
fun, and everybody's got a filter on and taking.
True.
Kind
All right, so you guys ready for this?
Right.
Yes.
Who's more likely? And these may stink, but I'm just gonna ask them anyway.
Okay.
So I don't know if they'll apply.
Okay.
But this is a topic in my house. Who's more likely to order chicken nuggets at McDonald's?
Me.
Yeah?
I'm a picky eater.
She's so picky.
Yeah. You were just, I feel like someone was just talking about this. Like, I'm such a picky eater.
I don't know why picky eaters go for the nuggets.
they're just like a classic. Like you can't mess them up.
It's not though. It's like
No, you can.
No.
pinked,
What do
mushed
you
up.
mean?
No,
I
but
think
you-
every viewer will deny
No,
that.
I feel like you can't mess up a chicken nugget.
I feel like you totally can.
I'm with you, Abby, because
Man.
I've had some horrible chicken
Right.
nuggets.
Where are you getting your chicken
And
nuggets
also, it's
from?
interesting that picky food people go for one of the grossest
Oh, I wouldn't.
products on the planet
Okay,
when you're
well,
talking
chicken
about
nuggets
how
aren't
it's
gross.
made.
Okay, fair.
Okay, who's more likely to stay up binging Netflix?
Ooh.
I go to bed. I'm a
Well,
person
you're a
who
teacher.
Just, I am a
You
teacher.
gotta
I'm
be.
a teacher,
Yeah,
so I'm in bed.
So probably me.
Neither of you though.
Yeah, not really. I'm not a big not at night binge watch. Like I watch with
No.
my family. We'll all binge
Yeah.
watch together.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah. We
What's
watch
the
a lot of
favorite
shows.
show that you guys binge watch together?
Oh my gosh.
Man, right now it's The Summer I Turned Pretty.
Really?
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
all
I don't
obsessed
even know
with
what that
it.
is.
Yeah. Not try to call out my dad, but my dad even watches it. So.
Hey.
Wow.
Yep.
Abby, you have no time for TV because if you got it.
I'm a
If you
YouTube
did.
girl because it's quick.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Nice.
a YouTube girl.
YouTube.
I watch a lot of podcasts, like while I'm
Oh,
cleaning
yeah.
or while I'm
That's
like.
good. I want to ask you if you're subscribed to mine, but I'm not going to.
I am.
Yeah.
Oh, good. You are.
Yeah, yeah.
Cool.
Why would we come on the podcast? and
Who's
not be
more likely
subscribed?
to who's more likely to cry watching TikTok? Watching a TikTok video.
Oof. Both.
I feel like
Both of
both
you?
of us.
Both.
Yeah.
Equally emotional.
Yeah, that's
Probably.
probably why we both feed off of each
Yeah.
other. 'Cause, like,
Really?
I start, like, if she starts crying, I start crying. If
Yeah.
I start crying, she's just a mess.
Yeah.
So,
Who's more likely to trip walking into church?
me.
Yeah.
100. I wear skirts to church all the time, so I'll
Yeah,
trip on
like the long
myself like
skirts.
crazy.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Most likely to laugh at the most inappropriate time.
I think it's.
Yeah, maybe. I feel like that's a both again. Depends on the situation.
Yeah, it depends. I feel like one or the other.
Ever
Yeah.
happen in church?
Oh yeah.
We
laughed
laugh
in
at
church.
each other
in
during
church.
church because like she'll like just make a motion and I'm like,
Yeah.
what are you doing?
Or like if you say something that calls us out, we're like hitting each other and then we
Literally
laugh.
like this next to each other.
Really?
Yes.
I've never seen that, and I see everything. People would be
Really?
shocked at the amount of stuff I see while
Really?
I'm up front speaking. Yeah, anytime I'm public speaking, I see so many. The stuff that like runs through my head and the stuff I see in the audience is crazy.
That's kind of
Crazy.
scary.
Yeah, it's wild.
not missing
I always
anything.
thought that the lights were too bright.
Yeah, but I think I burned my retinas out already.
Right,
So,
yeah.
But we also like hide in like the back corner, so we're like the back row, so you wouldn't see us like knocking each
I
other
got
out.
like a whole little clan in the
We
corner
do.
over there.
We do, yeah.
Yeah, it's all the Gibsons.
All right, who's more likely to get a text from their mom during church?
Me.
Yeah, you. My mom's
Yeah.
sitting next to me at church half the time.
She never texts you in the row.
No.
No.
I do that all the time.
Really?
You text during church?
Well, not when I'm speaking, but
no,
yeah.
I'm saying with your mom. Like.
Well, not my
beforehand.
mom's with Jesus. So.
Oh yeah. Bad call.
Wow.
I walked right into that one.
No, that's good. There's no way you'd know that. But
There is no way that I would have known that.
yeah.
So.
So
I'm like locked into the message.
well, that's good of you.
yeah.
I'm pretty locked in.
I think you
so-
guys are the only ones that are locked in. Who is more likely to preach better than me?
I would say you.
Really?
I don't know. I think like when it's like situational.
Yeah. It depends on what we're talking about.
Yeah, because sometimes I go off. I'll
yeah.
be like,
Really?
She could. Yeah.
You just
Sometimes
get the
I-
feels and
Yep.
just run.
Just flows. Mm-hmm.
like if I'm going or she's going through something, I'll like we send Snapchat videos to each other probably like a million times.
Or audio messages like through text.
Yeah.
And we'll
text
just like
message app.
talk it out. Like if we're going through something, we'll be like, "This is what's happening," and then she'll send like a 10-minute audio
Yeah.
message back to me of like just telling me like things of like how I can,
It's cool. You guys have each other's backs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
It's really awesome.
Everybody needs people like that.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Has it ever been tough? Like, how did you get there? Was it just like because there's a lot of people that are like don't have those kind of relationships.
Mm-hmm.
They may have lots of friends, but they're like surface level.
Yeah.
You know, like not a lot of people have people that they can just get deep with or desperate with or sobby with,
Yeah.
And that seems like you guys.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely.
So how did you end up there?
Probably just starting out by being like vulnerable. Like I feel like we were kind of always close, but there was just a couple times where we would hang out, and I feel like it just got deep. And then from there on out, we were like, okay, we can trust each other. We can like show the real us, and
there's
she's
also
not
like
gonna judge me.
phases of our like. I've only really known Lindsay for a year, but like, I think like when you go through things at a similar level and like season in life, you kind of like morph into like a deeper friendship than you really thought that you were getting into.
Yeah, because I kind of looked at you as like a big sister. Like I went through a lot this past year with like going to college, and I feel like she already went through it and was able to like kind of guide me along, like just that big sister role. So that was probably how it kind of formed into what we have now.
Yeah, and like I have younger siblings, like way younger, but my oldest younger brother is Lindsay's age.
Yeah.
And I think like a brother-sister relationship is different than like a sister-sister relationship.
Yeah.
So like when I met Lindsay, it was kind of like, oh, it's like my brother, but like a woman.
What's like the toughest thing that you each have been through in the last 2 years?
Yikes.
Last couple years.
I went through. Oh, do you want to go?
No, you can go.
And,
you were ready to go.
Don't share anything you're not comfortable sharing.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'd say like 2 years. When I was in a relationship for quite a while, like before I met Josh, my current boyfriend, who is her brother.
Yeah.
For viewer purposes. And I went through like a pretty difficult relationship, and was like cheated on. So it was just a rough patch of my life, and I kind of like bounced back really quick from it without really like healing, you know?
Yeah.
And was really done with like relationships for the longest time. Really depended on like my friends, and then just kind of like found myself again. And then I met Josh, and I grew up in a house where I like grew up around Jesus, but like we weren't ever like forced into faith. Not to say that people force people into faith, but we were just kind of always told that like we want you to find your own faith. And so when I met Josh and he was so like into his faith, I was always like, I've never been surrounded by people like that before. And so it intrigued me, and that's kind of like why I got baptized, because I was like, I feel like this was a missing piece that God really like brought me to.
Yeah.
And it kind of just all made sense after that, because after that relationship, it really just, I had this like missing piece that I had no idea how to even fill, if that makes sense. And like I didn't really see, I like found myself in different ways, but I was always like, I don't think it's a relationship that I'm trying to find. I think it's like something deeper.
So you just knew something was missing.
Right. Yeah. And like that's when, you know, when I met Josh, and it was just kind of like everything just kind of clicked, and like him and I were really close, like really quick. And I think that it was just like from God completely, because I mean, I don't base my faith around my boyfriend, but you know, I base my faith the exposure.
God uses all different kinds of people in all different kinds of ways, and I think, you know, I think you can tell the difference, right? When it's like I'm basing my faith on somebody else.
Absolutely.
It's pretty weak.
It is.
Yeah.
And
100%.
I don't think it stands up real well when things are tough. Like
Yeah.
if you and Josh were going through a tough spot, that would mean that your faith would probably not
Diminish
be seeing
too.
you through it. It would be shaking, just like the relationship is. And I think that's like a big difference. People, you know, like if you're basing your faith off somebody else, it is always a weak, superficial type faith. I don't want to say it's not real,
Right.
because I think it can be real, but
You're believing for somebody else.
And there's
rather
no
than
belief
if you're
for
believing
yourself.
because your parents always did it.
Yeah.
Right. And that's why I say, like, my dad always had said to us, like, he grew up in a household that was like, you're going.
Yeah.
You have to have a relationship, whatever. My dad was always like, I have a relationship, but I don't want to force that onto you. That's how he always made us feel. And so I never really questioned it. I kind of just was like, yeah, he's like God's real,
Yeah.
Jesus is real, but I'm not like on fire for Jesus yet.
Yeah.
So I just kind of always had that in the back of my mind. So
It's interesting too, like, and some of our viewers, right, or listeners, they don't probably share our faith. They don't, or maybe aren't even interested in it. But it's always interesting, like, it's not the whole like one size fits all process to find faith, even for those that share our faith, right? It seems like such a human construct made to like make us feel better about the people we love, you know, because we can force them into this pattern that we experienced or that we were taught. And I think people find truth in all different kinds of ways. Truth is truth, and if you're searching for it, you're going to find truth. And in my personal belief, we all kind of land in the same place if that's the journey we're on. But how you get there,
Different.
that's up to you.
and it's kind of
God.
exciting.
Yeah.
So Lindsay, what's hardest thing last couple of years?
I mean, I'm a sophomore in college, so last year with being my freshman year, I would say the transition from high school to my freshman year was pretty rough. I went through a similar thing, like relationship stuff, and it kind of took a toll on me, and I feel like I was dependent on someone else, and like I found my happiness through someone else, and when it was over and things were like rough, I had to be like, well, where am I at? How can I heal from this? Like, how can I find my own faith again? How can I get on fire for the Lord again? So that transition into college and finding the right group of friends, which I'm so thankful that God blessed me with a good group of girls from Kutztown. But that was probably the roughest thing that I was going through, that transition period from high school to college.
What helped?
Friends.
Just leaning on people?
Yeah, family. My family was big. My parents, my mom's literally like my best friend.
That's
and
cool.
She was like one of the main things that got me through it. And obviously my dad and my brother too, and friends and other family outside. But yeah.
How'd she handle you going to school?
My mom?
Yeah.
Well, I commute, so.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, she's actually really happy. Yeah, she's thrilled that I'm home.
That's not a problem at all.
No, not. She don't have to worry
good.
about that.
Yeah, plus you're saving a ton of money.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Which is really smart.
And I like the idea of commuting, too, because, I mean, like I was saying, I was going through a rough time going into that freshman year of college, and I feel like God really had a plan with me commuting, because if I would have been on campus, who knows where I would have, went or got into. So I'm super thankful that I'm commuting and get to avoid that temptation of leading somewhere that I'm not supposed to be.
Yeah, right.
So, yeah.
All right, so let's talk about like your generation a little bit. Like, what do you think's one thing people misunderstand most about your generation?
That we're all like bad, like partiers, drinkers,
That's
like
what,
we
in a
all
way.
want to like have fun. We don't like have morals, values, kind of things. Like, I feel like there are a good amount of people, especially in our generation, that are finding Jesus and turning to Jesus, and I feel like we have the reputation of drinking age, party age, college age, like that kind of thing.
I feel like your generation, younger people, are more curious than people have been in a long time.
I would agree.
And it's weird because I would have never thought or like seen it if I not that I am saying that I wouldn't have seen it, but like I felt like ever since last year, it's just been like so much more prominent.
Yeah.
Like now.
Yeah.
In like our age group. And that's why, I mean, we saw the need, so not to get into it now, but you know.
Yeah.
What do you think's, if you could say one thing to like older people about your generation, people your age, like what would you say?
I think that there's like a blockade like over us because you know, we have different views than older people may have,
right.
like our older generations may have. Like, we see things because we've seen everything. Like, I mean, me at least, like, we went through COVID, and, like, that was my senior year of high school. That was her freshman year?
8th grade, freshman year, yeah.
And so, like, we really went through, like, a lot. And, like, I think we've seen, like, all different sides of, like, society, and we're so young. And I think that's why we have a different perspective on things, whereas, like, people in older generations, I mean, they saw it in, like, while they were older.
Yeah, but that's
so
such a crucial age that we were in, so we saw it in a different way.
So I think that they kind of make the assumption that we're not seeking like their wisdom or their knowledge in any way, when in reality, like, we kind of were like pulled away from that for the longest time.
It's not lost on me that you guys have seen like a lot of things that maybe, so when I was in school, we did drills for tornadoes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys do like active shooting
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it now.
Yeah.
You've been through COVID, which was crazy, and had to watch a lot of older people you look up to spinning out during that. And like, we fumbled a lot of stuff as a culture, and we still don't know all the mental health fallout from kind of things we did and didn't do and said and didn't say. And I don't want to get into all of that stuff, but like, I think everybody, no matter what side of politics or life or values you are on, would agree we all could have done like a lot better during that. So you've been through like all of that. You're living in a world where technology is more accessible than ever, but with that comes a lot of challenges, like comparison traps of looking at other people and trying to manage how your identity is formed based on like what's happening on social media or things that you guys get or messages that you get, whether those are from peers or from yourself or from culture or whatever. Like it's a lot of stuff that you guys have been through. Do you think, like, have you seen it affect your generation in the mental health area?
Absolutely.
And do you think it's like worse now?
I would,
And in what ways?
I think social media plays a really big role in a lot of it, because society just kind of is completely altered. Not kind of, it is completely altered on social media.
Yeah.
And I think it gets to at least our generation's heads a lot of like, we'll see people who are like getting married or like having kids or doing all this or buying homes and stuff like that, and like you don't actually know the root of like what they're actually going through. You just see the good of everything, and you don't like, you'll be going through the hardest time of your life and you're looking at somebody who's doing so well in life, and you really don't know the true, like, what's behind the screen.
Yeah, it's almost like you're comparing your worst moments with other people's manufactured, not even best moments, like, because I don't think they're all real.
Oh, yeah.
No, yeah.
They're manufactured moments to make them look like they're their best moments.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned because I feel like you guys are up against a lot of stuff that is yet to play out. Like when it comes to anxiety and depression and mental health and suicide and all of those types of things, just because of the amount of information and pressure and all that stuff that your generation has had to walk through.
Yeah. I've struggled with anxiety for like a really long time. Coping with it as best as I can, but I think it's serious, like in our generation of how many people, I mean, it's so normal now for people to have anxiety and depression.
So that kind of leads well into this next thing, which is you guys saw a need like in your community for your generation, and you stepped up and you started this really cool thing called the Invitation Hamburg. So kind of like, what were you guys seeing that made you start that? Was like something like you were like, hey, I need this for us and we don't have this, or we've experienced something great and we want to share it? Like, how did, first of all, maybe talk about what real simple definition of what the Invitation Hamburg is, and then like how did you get there? Like, how did it start?
So the Invitation Hamburg is a group for women ages 18 to 35, and we hold monthly events, and we also have a like group chat for prayer and just fellowship. So that's what Invitation Hamburg is. Oh, it's also nationwide too. Like there's 26 chapters nationwide. So we opened the first chapter in PA, which is Hamburg, because it's halfway between us. So that's the only reason why it's called Hamburg.
Yeah.
That's cool.
But I was at her house one day, and we were sitting on the couch, and I like was scrolling Instagram, and somebody that I knew from high school started one in Florida, like started a group, and I was like, oh, what is this thing? And I'm like looking at the like headquarters, I guess, Instagram. And I was like, I think that they're like accepting new chapters, but we had been talking for like a while about like maybe we should start a women's group for just us, like our age range, at Grace Free, and like maybe we can, you know, get it going or whatever. And then it just popped up on our Instagram, and we just kind of were like, oh, well, we can look into it. And I guess I mean, you said that it was in December when that happened.
It was actually in the fall, like, when she first brought it up to me. And we had tried to, I went through the application or whatever, and it was, like, a Google form. We filled out all of our stuff, and I'd sent it, and I was really kind of persistent on being like, hey, when can we start this? Hey, when can we start this? And they were just super busy with what they were doing and all the different chapters that they were opening at the time. So it was not until, May?
Yeah, we got, like, where they sent us an email in, like, probably April.
Oh, and then, April.
In May, we had a Zoom call with them, and we started officially in June, you know.
Opening a new chapter would have been, I think, a lot more to add to their plate, so they were kind of, like, putting a pause on us, but we wanted to go, and get started. But I think that definitely had a true purpose, like, even though it was so hard in the time to think, like, well, why isn't this starting up? Because I was like, well, this is going to be a benefit for the community, like, this is what we want, why wouldn't this be started up? Like, God had a plan for why it wasn't starting up in that moment. And then in the summertime, spring, summer is when it finally got started. So
what do you think why was the timing better?
I personally don't think I was where I needed to be to help lead this ministry. I think I was still going through some stuff and working through my faith and getting further in my faith, and I couldn't see it at the time because I wanted community and relationships really bad with other women in Christ. But I think in order to lead this and co-lead this, like, I needed to be, like, not better in my faith, but like stronger, like have a more rooted faith than I had at the time. So
yeah,
I feel the same way, because I think in that time I was going through like a little bit of a hard transition of like school stuff.
Yeah.
And I truly, like, when we were talking about it and she said that she like submitted the application, I honestly was saying to myself, like, I'm not ready for this. Like, I can't do this
originally
right now.
I don't even think you were going to lead it with me. Like, it was going to be me and someone else. And then when the summer came around or the spring came around and they reached back out, that's when you got involved and wanted to be a lead with me.
How's it been going?
Awesome.
Literally crazy.
Amazing.
Every event that we've had, I mean, we've only had 5 events? 4?
Yeah.
Our first event, it was just her and I.
2 people, yep. We
and
just did a 5K together.
And our last event had...
Well, our one at Heisler's had 11, and then our one before that, our s'mores event, had 19. So
it's growing.
It's
growing
quickly. Yeah, and there's people that are... I mean, we've had info tables at, like, Coffee and Worship, and we have upcoming, like, info tables, too, and... every time that we have one of those, I mean, we just get people who are following us on Instagram, adding to the group chat, sending us Facebook messages. Like, it's... And
not even that, like, the support that we get at those events is crazy, too. Like, people will just come up who aren't in the age bracket, maybe not even a woman, but will just love to support us and learn about what it is. And it's really encouraging for us, like, hearing their stories, or it's really cool to see the support at those events as well.
Yeah, has there been any, like, moment... And it might not have been yet because it's pretty early, but have you had a moment where you're like at one of these things and it just clicked, like, this is why I'm doing it?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Probably the first Coffee and Worship was the first time Abby and I, we like sat in the car and we're just like, this is everything we prayed for.
We were bawling.
Yeah, like, just crying.
I don't think that I could ever feel that feeling. We probably will.
Yeah, we will.
In the future, but, like, as of right now, like, that feeling of the community that night was just something that I can not even describe. It was just so refreshing to know that this is what we were doing and why we did it in the first place, because we were for so long just like, why are we doing this? Like, this isn't gonna work out. Nobody really wants to be a part of this. Like, we're not even a part of a church, so, like, we don't even really have, like, a stability ground of, like, the guy, like a target audience, like a church or whatever. And
then flash forward to our s'mores event then too, and getting the support from the girls as well, like them all being like, this is like what we prayed for. Like, we needed this group. Like, you don't even, I don't know. We did like a prayer at the end of our s'mores event, and we did like kind of like a chime-in prayer. Like, I started the prayer, and then other girls like chimed in and said different things. And there was one of the girls that just was like, "We thank you so much for like Lindsay and Abby and how you're working through them, and this is like what we prayed for, like this group." And it's just that was probably another one of my like moments where I was like, like this is what we needed to do. There was a reason that we started this group. So
I think what I think's so cool about your story is well, there's a lot of things, but you saw a need, you stepped up, and you were immediately met with frustration, right? Like it wasn't going the way you wanted it to. Things get messy. That's a real picture of my everyday. You know, like that's what this is that you're stepping into. When you're doing this work, it's more frustration than you'd ever imagine. But you kept pushing through, you know, like, so you have that like entrepreneurial step where you see a need in the community, you go for it, and there's a whole lot of people that see needs in the community, and if every one of them did something about it, the world would be a much better place, right? From helping people on the streets to helping people with recovery. There's all kinds of people that have great ideas, but not a lot of them that actually, you know, like do something about it, especially after they've been met with some frustration or the timing's not working. But you guys pushed through it. You just didn't like give up, right? Like you just kept going until you had it, and then it started, and it was just the two of you. And most people would have gone, that's it, forget it.
We were really close.
We really can do that on our own. We can do this whenever. We don't need to put all this effort into it, you know, like after all the frustration you've always been through, it would have been real easy to throw in the towel and go like, we're done. Let's just get coffee, the two of us, you know?
And I think that's a picture of like faith as well. Like, I know when I got into my faith journey right off the start, like it was good, but then all of a sudden I was hit with like battles right away, and like everything that could have turned me away from the faith, like I feel like I was hit with. And I think a lot of people go through the same thing. Like, it's like, oh, I'm gonna get into my faith, and then you're hit with like the devil trying to stop you at any possible. Like, I feel like the devil saw what we were going to be doing and how good it was for the community, and wanted to discourage us in any way possible. And we just kept praying about it and stayed true to, like, we felt this for a reason. Like, this was placed on our hearts for a reason, so we need to keep doing it and keep showing up, and the Lord will provide.
There was one point in time that I think I'll never forget from us starting this group, was when our group chat hit 10 girls in the group chat, and Lindsay calls me and is like teary-eyed, and I start crying because obviously, and we're just like, we've been praying for this. I mean, it's literally 10 people who have never come to an event, but they're in the group chat, and we were like, there's no way that this is growing this quickly. And then by that point, literally the following week, we hit like 20 girls in the group chat, and we were like, this is just, I mean, we were doubting ourselves for so long, and it was just like the Lord saying, girl, hold on. We're getting there. Just give me a second. Like, we're going to get there.
Yeah, right? Like, people despise this the slow start and the small thing, which is crazy to me. Like, we have a pretty big church for our area. It's complex. There's a lot of moving pieces. I remember when it was not that. You know, like, I have a lot of followers on TikTok. But I remember, like, I care about the one viewer, not, like, all of the viewers. And, like, I think sometimes people forget, if in whatever you're doing, like, if you're adding value to people's lives, spiritually speaking or not spiritually speaking, like, don't despise a small start or a slow start.
And we said that too, like, even if we encourage one girl or help one girl out in her faith, that's all that matters. Like, we never thought it would get to where we're at now with like almost 30 people in our group chat now, and 20 people coming to events. Like, we did not think it was going to get there. We thought it was going to be like a group of 5 girls, and we were content with that.
That's like how it's barely started.
Literally.
You know?
And that's
not
the
even
craziest part.
Seriously though. And so you get like that whole piece, right? Like, just don't, if you make a difference in one person's life, you affect generations of people.
That's true.
You know, the way those ripples go out from that one little pebble you drop in a lake, like, that makes a big impact for a long time for a lot of people. And so, like, I always try to remember that because I get, everybody gets frustrated sometimes when you're putting effort together, you're creating content, and maybe you don't have the views or the followers that you want.
Yeah.
But I think that's when a mistake that we do, because we take our eyes off of individual souls and people,
Yeah.
and we just start counting them like numbers.
Yeah.
Even taking like our eyes off of Jesus as well. Like
Yeah.
we thought about like everyone else, but the whole purpose of this is Jesus and spreading his word and being able to connect with believers. So
Who, by the way, spent most of his time with less people than you have in your group chat.
Yeah.
yeah, true.
You know what I'm
Extremely
saying?
true.
Yeah,
Yeah.
very true.
Like, so, I think that's really cool too, and I hope people kind of pick up on that. Like, don't quit just because the audience isn't maybe what you expected it to be.
Yeah.
Things grow in God's time. Just keep watering it,
Yeah.
and like it'll happen. And even if it doesn't happen, you're still making a difference. It's not wasted time and effort.
Mm-hmm.
So the invitation. What's next for you guys?
We started up weekly Bible studies. That's something new that we're getting
Yeah.
into because all of our girls, most of our girls are going back to college, and it's going to be really hard for them to make events. So we're like, well, why don't we do online Bible studies? So we started that, and we're going to do that every Sunday night. So,
That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, how do people find out information about the invitation?
We have a website.
You do.
Website, Instagram,
Drop it.
Facebook,
What's the link?
TikTok.
What's the website? If people
Can you
just
put it in the
search-
bio? Can I send it to you? Put it in the
if
bio.
people just
Yeah.
search the invitation
On,
Hamburg,
Facebook or Instagram.
it pops up
should
pretty
come up.
easy. I
Yeah.
just did it not too long ago. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like,
Definitely
hey,
Instagram would be the quickest way to,
Yeah.
like,
To
that'll
find it.
definitely pop up.
Mhm.
And all the other invitations as well. You could see all the other chapters on Instagram too.
yeah, it's cool.
Yeah.
Since you guys are kind of just starting out on this, I thought it would be fun to give you the opportunity to ask me any questions
Mhm.
about ministry, about doing this thing, helping people, whatever. If you guys got any?
How do you stay faithful in your waiting seasons?
What do you mean by faithful? You mean faithful to God, faithful to the calling, faithful to...
Both.
Yeah,
Because
I
we
feel like
experienced
either
it in
way.
the invitation
Yeah.
and having to remain faithful that God had a plan for us, like, even though we couldn't see it at the time.
Was it hard?
Yeah.
So probably the same way you guys did. How did you stay faithful to like just following through?
A lot of prayers. We were praying a lot.
Yeah.
And that if this is what we need to do and this is our calling, then help us to...
See that?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the reality of what we do and what you guys are doing is like it's difficult, and there's a lot of times where you don't see results, you don't understand the timing, there's a lot of frustration that comes. I think that applies to anything in life too. Anytime you're going to move forward in life, anytime you're going to take a step towards health, there's always going to be obstacles that pop up,
Yeah.
people that pull you down.
Mm-hmm.
In our frame of reference, right, we know that is from an enemy. Like Jesus said,
Yeah.
I've come to give you life, but there's an enemy, a thief that comes to steal, kill, and destroy.
Yeah.
So, staying faithful to the calling is less important than staying faithful to God.
Mm.
So, I think if you get that one right, it doesn't really matter if you fumble the other one,
Yeah.
because God will still move you to where you need to be to do what you need to do to make the impact He's called you to make. Now,
Wow.
sometimes we miss out because we fumble the other one.
Yeah.
But so it's just about understanding for me, like the why of the whole thing,
Mm.
like staying focused on how can I help one person today,
Yeah.
and I don't need a group to tell me I can go to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
I don't need a church building or a stage or a microphone to help somebody today.
Yeah.
And so those seasons where it's frustrating and you feel like it's not there, I kind of try to simplify everything in my faith and in my life, though doubts always creep in, because you're going to doubt your calling, you're going to doubt God, you're going to doubt how He feels about you, you're going to doubt how you feel about you, and it all can spin out really fast. So I just make it small and try to go, all right, like you were Lindsay, you played softball, right?
Yeah.
2 state championships.
Yep.
Sometimes you got to bunt.
Yep. Oh yeah.
And move a runner.
Definitely.
You know,
it's a big bunter.
That can help the team. So like I just try to keep it like simple and focus on just I'm gonna be me and who God called me to be in whatever setting that looks like to just help somebody.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Yeah.
We had one other question. So, I mean, obviously we go to church with you, and one thing we think you're really good at is, like, connecting with the audience. Like, our family talks about it all the time. Like, you always know how to hit us right when we need it.
Yeah.
Like, we'll be going through something, and then that week you're preaching about it. Like, it just always happens. So, how do you feel like you connect with the audience? Like, what do you...
So, I mean, there's two parts to that, right? So, part of it is I don't believe that that's always me. Like, I don't want to take credit for things that aren't me. I believe in my frame of reference that, like, in my faith, that God's Spirit does a lot of that work. So when you're like, that really hit me, I have no clue. You know, like, people are always like, you were speaking right to me. I'm like, I'm dumber than you think. You know, like, I don't know. I try to speak authentically and transparently about what I've experienced and the truth that I know in a way that doesn't dress it up or make it try to sound more spiritual, in a way that, like,
is real.
It makes sense and it's real and it's not pretending anything.
Have you experienced, like, backlash with how you go about that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I think, you know, the good thing about that is there's lots of churches.
Yeah.
And if there are people that, I got to be careful how I say this. Some people want a pastor who looks way different than me.
Yeah.
And sounds way different than me.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm trying to be really careful here. Because I do believe that there's great value in not having every church be the same, and I'm really thankful that not every pastor is like me.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I get sick of me sometimes. But there are people that want a pastor who looks like their life is all buttoned up.
Yeah.
Who puts a nice picture out there, and there's something that I think some people find super comforting about it.
Mm.
I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
I couldn't listen to that guy. I don't want to be that guy. I'm not going to try to be that guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I really believe that I have to be who God made me, and that is not for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I dress the way I dress. Like, I dress Sundays like what I'm wearing right now, you know, and why I talk the way I talk, and why I try to be self-deprecating humor sometimes, because that's who I am, and I find it funny, and I enjoy it, and I think God can use that to, like, pull down people's barriers that they built up or expectations that they put on somebody, and I think that all kind of peels away layers to get to connecting with people. I think that's what you asked originally, but so I don't think it's like, I'm not for everybody, and so I don't want to take credit for, like, what God's doing, like, because I'm not that good to be able to speak to everybody, know what's going on in everybody's life, and be able to hit and have everybody go, wow, you were just talking to me. But on the other hand too, I think pastors and speakers and people and you guys it's not wasted time to work on being able to connect with people and look them in the eyes and have a conversation without trying to sound more spiritual than you are.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that really helps. I think what really helps is when you look somebody in the eyes and you go, I get it. And it's confusing. And I don't understand all the time either. And waiting really sucks, you know, and it's frustrated. And sometimes I doubt too. But in the end, I've seen God be good to me through it all. Like, and that's what makes, like, I'm ranting. That's what I think makes that. Like, the difference, you know, like, just be real with people.
Yeah.
And I think for our friends that are exploring and searching and trying to decide if this God thing's for real and if this Jesus is for them, I think it's a major turnoff when people hyper spiritualize their talk.
Yeah.
Use a pastor voice.
Yeah.
I hope that this is my voice that you hear now,
Yeah.
that you hear every Sunday,
Yeah,
that
it
you would
is.
hear on my car ride home
Mm-hmm.
when I'm angry at somebody on the road.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, I think people are craving that kind of transparency and authenticity. So I think part of what you feel as connecting is the Holy Spirit.
Yeah.
Part of it is me trying to be real and transparent and not pretend.
Yeah.
And I think we all crave that. And I think part of it is, God's given you guys gifts, and He's given me gifts to use to help people and to expand the kingdom, and we're supposed to steward those gifts, right? So like Abby, your teacher, that's probably your giftedness is probably wrapped up in that, like a gift from God. And what you're not supposed to do is just go, all right, I got this gift, I'm good, I don't need to do anything. Like we're supposed to get better at those things.
Gain more wisdom and knowledge.
Yeah, so if my gift is communicating and I'm supposed to preach and do that stuff, then a way I can honor God is by trying to be the best communicator I can be.
Yeah. Definitely.
So part of it is that. But that's probably a smaller part than the other two.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Really needed that.
Yeah.
That was a
definitely.
long answer.
I want to shout out my family because they're the most amazing people ever. And if it wasn't for my dad and my mom, I would not be here right now. And I'm just very grateful and blessed to have them.
That's so cool to hear.
Yeah. My dad's probably one of the greatest men in the entire world. So
That's cool.
yeah. Same with
Anybody
Mom.
you want to shout out?
I mean, I kind of did it earlier with my
Yeah.
family, but I'm the same way. Like, my family means everything to me. And the Invitation girls, definitely a big shout out. Those girls have been helping me in my faith more than I ever imagined. And
I feel like if I ever feel like I'm slipping in any way, which isn't real, but, like any time that I feel like I'm a little doubtful of myself, they always...
countless conversations where we're just like, hey, I really need prayers today in our group chat, and immediately it's like 5 girls responding, praying for you, like, hope everything's okay, and like,
yeah.
So definitely a shout out to our Invitation girls, because we're super thankful for that group.
It's been really cool hanging out with you guys, getting to know you a little bit more. I'm excited about all the stuff that you guys are doing. We need people, and I think that's like a big theme of this one, like that's what everybody needs, somebody to walk through life with them. And from our perspective, spiritually, that's really important. Like, I don't think God designed us to walk through life alone. But even if you're watching this and you're not a spiritual person, I don't think the best way for you to go about life is by yourself. So trust somebody, like, be a little vulnerable and open yourself up to a relationship, and I think it'll really help you get through life. You guys agreed on?
Amen.
So anyway, thanks for being a part of this episode. It's been awesome hanging out with Abby and Lindsay, and we're here for it. Whatever you got going on in life, I'm here for it. This podcast is here for it. Our guests are here for it, and I appreciate you. I hope you know that. Dive in, push into a relationship this week. We all need people. There's nothing wrong with that. It doesn't make us weak. Our relationships are what make us the strongest. So until next time, I'm here for it. Can't wait to see you on the next episode. Thanks for tuning in to the I'm Here For It podcast. Just a quick reminder, the thoughts and opinions shared on this show are our own. They don't necessarily represent the thoughts and opinions of our employers, our places of business, our families, or maybe even people that don't want to be associated with us anymore. And honestly, sometimes we even question our own thoughts and opinions after these shows have aired. We're not doctors, therapists, lawyers, experts in anything except maybe overthinking things. Well, maybe some of our guests are some of those things, but for real, this podcast is not about offering you professional or therapeutic help. We're just here having fun. It's for entertainment purposes and maybe a little bit of education. Yeah, we hope it can make your life better and make you smile and encourage you a little bit. But seriously, this is more like a group chat that you didn't know you needed. So don't take anything too seriously from us without at least double checking it with someone who actually knows stuff. Stay kind, stay curious, and no matter how weird it gets, we're here for it.